Om Asatu Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Avir Avir Rudro Yatti Dakshinam Mukham Te Namang Pa Te Namang Pahini Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Oh, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are back to our reading the Shanti Gita, the song peace, song of peace. So we have read up to verse number 23 last time. The 23 verse, what does it say? We're talking about 23. Let me go to back then. 22, what they say. The question arose, what is Maya and what is Avidya? That to understand what is Maya. Maya is Maya, Avidya, Navibhinna. On 22nd verse we read, Maya and Avidya are ignorance, cosmic Maya and individual ignorance. Cosmic ignorance, individual ignorance are not two separate identities. Maya, Avidya, no bhinna. But there is a difference. One is samasti, one is the totality, total ignorance, cosmic ignorance we call. That ignorance covers everyone's eyes. Everyone see the sun, moon, stars. Not that I am seeing sun and you are seeing stars. I am seeing a tree, you are seeing an animal. No. So this is called the cosmic ignorance because God's mind have imagined this. As our mind imagines our dream, so the cosmic mind imagined that is this whole universe we see. What is then our ignorance? Our ignorance is that is ignorance centered around me and my little personality. I, my intellect, my mind, my emotions, my, it's limited. These are the Maya Vidya Navibhinna, 22nd verse says. They are not separate. Samasti Besti Rupata. One is the level of the cosmic level or totality, another is individual, my one individual. Maya Vidya Samasti Sacha Ekaivo. It is only one. Maya and Avidya, they are almost the same. It says, from the collective and individual perspective, Maya and Avidya are certainly the same. The combination of Maya and Avidya are one only, but she is thought of as many. The cosmic ignorance is the same, but we think that it is different. Then that has been further clarified in the last verse we read, 23rd verse. Chidasaya chiti bhashya vishayam tankaroti avritta chit svabhavam sat vikshepam janaek tataha. What it says that chit aswaya, this Maya is resting on what? Maya has no power of its own. Its power is the consciousness. Maya cannot function. So, Maya, the power behind is the consciousness, Chit Asraya. It is resting on Chit, consciousness. Chiti Bhashya, and is manifesting this grandeur, this Maya, so grand and beautiful all around. It's revealed by what? That same consciousness, Chiti Bhasya. Vishayantam Karuti. And it makes the same consciousness as subject, my object. Avritta, how it does it? Avritta Chit Swabhavam. It covers the consciousness aspect, consciousness nature. Vikshepam Janayat Tatha. And creates Vikshepa, means all singing and dancing. We talked about last time about the cosmic play. What? It is like a movie. That example we gave. Entire movie depends on what? On the projection light. No? So it rests on the projection light. Here some reel is moving. The ashraya, the support, is from the consciousness. Think that light as consciousness. Chidasraya. And how the film, which is matter, nothing is there, only real. It is being revealed as a singing, dancing, fighting, whatever happening, is revealed by whom? Revealed by the same light, consciousness, Chiti Vasa. And it makes the subject as consciousness. Consciousness is the subject here. Whatever comes, it is the only light percolating through the film. So, what it does, Abritya Chit Sabhavam, the screen which is white all the time, it covers its whiteness, crystal clear purity of the screen, and Vikshepam Janayat, and it's producing so much of turmoil in the movie screen. Everything we see where? Every day, all the things you see in the television, don't you look at the screen only? Is there anything but the screen? But all are the production of Maya. But its support is the light. So this is to be understood, that this world we see, it is all the play of the cosmic mind. And that cosmic mind, how this is revealed? By the light of consciousness only. And that light of consciousness is making this object as real, and the consciousness absent. As is the normal example we give, that the rope remains rope, but snake appears, that is the Vikshepa, reflection, that is a projection. Projection of rope happens on what? On the rope itself. There is a rope, and you see in ignorance snake. So where does snake come from? Where it is resting? That snake is resting on what? Same rope is conceived as snake and revealed to you by the snake itself. No snake, but the rope itself. Rope is the only thing there. Rope is the substance. Rope is the object on which snake appears as Vikshepa, as projection. You project in your mind, it's a snake. And then thereby you see the snake has bitten me, snake strangled my leg. Nothing, it is a rope strangled your leg. and even bite you feel, it is the rope. Snake never came. That's why it's called everything based on consciousness. And the consciousness is appearing as this world of delusion. And the consciousness is making this worthless jara, material rope to appear like a living snake. So that means there is nothing but consciousness. This is the subject. We read 23rd verse. Now it is a good thing to read like that, but again question comes, Katham, how? So we are reading the verse number 24 today. But what we read, it is a very serious subject. You should all pay attention to that. That this is happening on the misconception, but misconception is on Maya. The misconception is that is the what we see is happening on the consciousness. Only Satchidananda is the reality. Satchidananda manifests as the world by the power of the Satchidananda. The other example is also good. There are potatoes and lentils jumping in the kettle. And the kettle is hot, the water is hot, the jumping potatoes and others are hot. Hot is the part of the Satchidananda part. It is the oven, that is the heat. Heat does not belong to the pot or pan, does not belong to the potato, the water, nothing. But we never say that the best fire, that is the cause of all suffering. Oh, my finger is burnt by the pan. How the pan can burn you? It was picture projected and percolated, and it gave the appearance it is hot, whether it has no intrinsically, characteristically, it has no heating power. Heating power is from Satchidananda. So all we are working, we seeing, viewing, acting, reacting, everything we do, it is only the power of consciousness. Our brain is functioning because of consciousness. Our ego is functioning because of consciousness. Mind is functioning because of consciousness. If we go down, 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 my hand is moving, consciousness. It is coming through the different layers and making this as real. I am talking, I am walking, I did this, I did that. But actually, it is only a robot. Robot is functioning because of the consciousness behind. This is to be understood, that is nothing but that consciousness. Now Arjuna is putting the same question. Sad Brahma Shakti Maya. Sad Brahma Shakti Maya. Shapi Nashya Bhavet Katham. Shapi Nashya Bhavet Katham. Yadi Mithya Hisha Maya. Yadi Mithya Hisha Maya. Nasastasya Katham Bhavet. Nasam Tasya Katham Pada. Sad Brahma Shakti Rija Maya. The power of Brahman, Sat Brahman, that existing, that Brahman, that's power. That power is called Maya. Huh? Do you get it?
Yes.
All are silent. Yes. Sat Brahma, that Brahman, is power. Ja. What is that power? Suppose you are sitting here. You are a musician. The music power, when it comes out, we call you musician. Otherwise we call you Mr. Such and Such or Mrs. Such and Such. Is it not? So it is Brahman. When it comes out with the Shakti, with the manifestation, then it is called Maya. And Maya sapi nasya. And if that is the Maya, how can I destroy that? Sa upi, that Maya also, nasya, destruction, katham bhavet. How will it be possible to destroy that? Nasya katham bhavet. Jodi mithya, if you say Maya is mithya, non there, isa Maya, then there is no question of its destruction. You say it is the Brahma Shakti. No? Understand the question. Arjuna says, "Oh Krishna, you said it is the Maya is the power of Brahman." No? If it is power of Brahman, you cannot destroy that. Because Brahman is all powerful. There is nothing which can be more strong than Brahman that to destroy this Maya. No. So it is then the question comes, how can I then destroy the Maya? Maya will remain there because it's the Brahman Shakti, the power of Maya is called power of Brahman. If you call it Shakti or Maya, then so long Brahman is there, power will remain. So long the snake is there, its poison will remain. Or the snake is there, its going in wriggling motion will remain. So you cannot destroy any time Maya. You are teaching us get out of Maya. How can I get out of Maya? What the logic? That Maya being the power of Brahman, you cannot destroy that. Then you have to destroy Brahman. But who will be there to destroy Brahman? Now, Yadi Mitha, if you say it is no, okay, there is no Maya. Then if it is not there, why are you thinking of destruction of Maya? You may say, no, Maya is not there. So why are you bothering us with so much studying text that it is to be killed, it is to be destroyed Maya? This is the very question. So 24th verse, question is, tell me how Maya, which is the power of Brahman, and power of Brahman is who? Eternal existence. It is all the time there. You cannot destroy that, which is all the time there. So the eternal existence can be subject to destruction. If you say it is Brahman's power, as Brahman is all the time there, existing, so you cannot destroy that which is all the time there by any means to destroy. All the time means beyond time. See, no time you can destroy that. So Maya cannot be destroyed. If that Maya is verily false, if you say Maya is all only you see for a moment, but it is not there, then the question, how its destruction then possible? When in both ways you cannot talk about Maya and this destruction. Point. Got it clear? Logical fallacy, the logical.
So how do you destroy Maya?
Yeah. That is the response Bhagavan will have to say. This is the question of Arjuna on our behalf. This question does not enter into our brain. But Arjuna is a very bright student, so he is putting this question. We accept everything. But here it says that Arjuna said, now you said that the special power of Brahman, that is called Maya. Therefore, that Brahman is all the time there. Therefore, the Maya is also will be there all the time. And because that which is all the time, you cannot destroy that. Then the question of destruction of Maya is impossible on this argument. And if you say it is false, mithya, then there is mithya. If it is not there, how can you destroy that? If it is non-existing, there is no question of destruction. Here is no Suppose one, what example? Bad example? Okay. Suppose one Taliban person comes over here and tries to kill somebody. And he found that everyone is wearing burqa and all this covered and this and that, and find no victim. Then whom he will kill them? There is nobody to kill because he does not find Maya there. So similarly, both ways, destruction of the Maya is not possible. That is the argument of Arjuna. Now Sri Bhagavan Vaja. Now Bhagavan will have to respond. Bhagavan Krishna responds. Bhagavan Krishna says, Mayakhyam bhavasangyuktang Mayakhyam bhavasangyuktang Kathayami sinushya me Prakriting gunasamyatyam Mayancha adbhutakarini Mayakam, Maya, how it has different moods as it were. Maya has its different moods as it were, and that is get associated with it, how that I am telling you. What are these? Three guna, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. When it does not function, it does not do anything, then there is no creation, there is no projection. But when one gets up, another less, three gunas, this balance creates this universe. So Maya is also equal to three gunas, Sat, Chit, Ananda, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So three gunas. And when it is in perfect peaceful state, Brahma, it remains in the Brahman state. It is hidden. And when this balance comes in, that creation starts. See, when the three gunas are in balance, a person is very calm and quiet. No? This balance comes, I am tired. Huh? Then what will happen?
Sleep.
Your head will go to bed. Tamas, your mind is sometimes, oh, I have to do this. You jump out and go on doing it's activity. So both are activity. Going head down to bed pillow, that's also activity. Tamas activity. Rajas activity. You jump and go and do some active thing. Sattva activity also will say, I'll go and meditate. No? So these are all functional things, so long you are in the three gunas. But when you are samadhi, when the three gunas are perfectly balanced there, then what he does? He has no work. That Brahmajnani has no work. He is enjoying his own bliss, that's all. So the Maya manifests because of the three gunas, this balance. And when the three gunas are perfectly balanced, creation, destruction, sustenance, nothing remains. I mean, Maya, function of Maya, there is no function of Maya. There is no Maya at that state. That's why Brahmajnani, in the state of Samadhi, they have no Maya. But when they come down again, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, Brahmajnanis will live in Sattva quality more. Others we are leading in Rajas and Tamas. So this is the world of duality, Maya world. So 25th verse says, Mayakam, that which is called as Maya, cosmic ignorance, Bhava Sanyuktam, yoked with various ideas. Kathayami, I am telling you, Sinusha, listen to me. Prakritim, the nature, guna samyak, out of the balance of the qualities of gunas. What are the gunas? Three gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Tam, that, Mayam, Maya, also, Adbhutakarinim, is the doer of wonders. Actually, Maya does all wonders because of she has three gunas. And with the help of three gunas, she can create wonders in the world. All good things, holy things, unholy things, frightening things, soothing things, beautiful flower, poison oak to the beautiful fragrant flower. No, everything is in his creation. Tamas, Rajas, or Sattva. That is the way the world is created. So the running translation, Bhagavan says, listen to me. I'm describing to you that which is called the cosmic ignorance, what is called the Maya. It is yoked with various types of ideas. Maya is always connected with various types of ideas of Sapta, Rajas, and Tamas. That Maya, the doer of all wonders, to the balance of the qualities, Sapta, Rajas, and Tamas, is called nature or Prakriti. When it is perfectly balanced, it is called Prakriti. Prakriti means there is the existence of the three gunas. It is not dead. Only it does not raise its hood. Only Samadhi level those who go beyond Prakriti. Otherwise, what happens to us every day? We go to the Prakriti and come back from Prakriti. When you go to sleep, all your other organs are withdrawn. You dream and then withdrawn to your ego. It's all there, hidden. As soon as in the morning comes, you jump up, all springs out at a time. So that is the Maya. It is doing all wonders. How? By the balance of the three gunas, there is no expression of it. When disturbance comes, then it appears to be the world. And that is called the pradhan. So we get a technical term, prakriti gunasammatvat mayang chadbhutakarini. The Maya is adbhutakarini. Maya does wonderful or spectacular or unbelievable things, mysterious things. Maya does all these things because prakriti guna sammatva, because of the balance of the three gunas. When the three gunas get balanced, it is called the prakriti. And disturbing prakriti, bikriti, shunnam, you can chant the mantra, prakriti, bikriti, shunnam, nityam ananda murti, vimala paramahamsam Ramakrishnan bhajam. Prakriti and bikriti. Prakriti, this is the balance. Bikriti, distortion, when it comes like this world. Prakriti is disturbed, then its manifestation comes. Prakriti in balance, there is no world appearance. It is like sleeping. For my consciousness, whole world is gone. That is the state where we are in that unmanifest form. That's why it is termed as Prakriti, is also called unmanifest state. Second, and the manifest is when we dream or we wake up and live in this world. So listen to me, I am describing it to you, which is called the cosmic ignorance, Maya, that is yoked with various types of ideas. And that Maya, the doer of wonders, through the balance of the qualities, what are the qualities? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, is called nature. That's called the Prakriti. Now, Pradhanam Atmasyat Kritva, Pradhanam Atmasyat Kritva, Sarvam Tishtet Udashini. Sarvam Tishtet Udashini. Vidyanasya Tatha Vidya. Vidyanasya Tatha Avidya. Shaktir Brahma Sayat Tata. Shaktir Brahma Sayat Tata. This is the 26th verse. 26 says, Pradhanam. Pradhanam means the original source, Atmasat Kritva, appropriating within himself, Sarvam, entire, Tishtet remains Udasini, indifferent. Vidyanasya, destructible by knowledge, Tatha, thus, Avidya, individual ignorance. Shakti, power, Brahmasya, because it rests in Brahman. So what does it mean? It means it is to be known that the power of consciousness is its nature. This, the Maya's nature, we are talking about Maya. Maya's nature is the power of consciousness. We have already said it is the power of consciousness. It is its supreme consciousness, essential nature. Whereas the illusory power Maya is changeable and dull. Two things are the power of consciousness is its own nature. Consciousness does not borrow anything from anyone, but Maya has to borrow. Understand? The waves have to borrow the strength from the ocean. Ocean need not have to borrow anything to create waves and ripples. Brahman does not need the help of anything, but Maya needs the help of Brahman.
But Maya is Brahman.
If you say so, there is no two. But they are only trying to understand. We are seeing the Maya, therefore we are establishing what is Maya. And then we will cut that Maya. Because we are in the realm of Maya. In intellectual level, yes, there is no Maya. Because it's Brahma Shakti. Here Sri Krishna is taking the same argument that it is to be known that the power of consciousness. What is the power of consciousness? It is consciousness. Power of consciousness is its that supreme consciousness, essential nature. Essential nature means you cannot change that. The heat, the power of fire. What is the power of fire? Burning. Can you make any time separate the heat? Fire is there and no burning power. Yeah, what is the chemical? Something chemical is there, no? Mica or what? You scientists are sitting silently. What are you seeing? Huh? Fire. Mica or what is there that you can put your keeping mica and then you will not feel the heat. But anyhow, for that is not the. I'm bringing you may bring that argument, but I am not going to that. That will destroy our argument here. Rather take this argument that you cannot think of anywhere there is fire, and fire there is no heat or burning up power. That's called its intrinsic power. Ice, and it has no coolness. You cannot think of like that. So that is called the intrinsic nature. So here it is known to be the consciousness. Consciousness is the content of Brahman. It cannot be destroyed, it cannot be brought out, it cannot be done. It is, that is its intrinsic nature. Whereas this Maya, what we are seeing, that illusory power, Maya, it is changeable. It depends on something. Which depends on something, you can change that. Independent, there is nothing you can do. When one depends on something, that person you can change his views, opinions, and other things. So here also Maya is changeable. Maya changes all the time in different gunas manifesting, sometime in Sakti, in the blossoming flowers are coming sometimes, no? Sometimes dry period is going, fire is coming. So Maya is changing its different moods as it were. So this is changeable and it is dull. Dull means what? Matter. Maya is matter, Brahman is consciousness. This is the analysis. Consciousness is its intrinsic quality, and in Brahman you will find nothing but consciousness and bliss. But in Maya, it is appearance and it is dependent and it is dull. It can be changed. This is a product of Maya. It can be changed. You can change the chair, you can change the table, you can change the floor, you can change the wall. Everything you can change.
But it's not unconscious.
Unconscious, because conscious it appears because of the presence of consciousness behind. It cannot function anyway. That is the thing to be understood in Vedanta.
What?
That Maya has no consciousness of its own.
Yeah.
It is a borrowed.
But it's not two things. If you say Maya and Brahman, then you're making two things. But it's not two things.
Yeah. But we are taking it the question how you destroy the Maya. When you bring the question of destroying Maya, then you are standing on the duality. Because I am seeing Maya. I have to destroy the Maya. But the ultimate reality experience, Maya, there is no Maya. It is Brahman only.
Yeah.
But I am not seeing that. That's why all this discussion is coming. How can I, which process, this Maya, which is so strong before me, really existing? How can I get out of that and to feel that it is...
Seeing it as two.
Yeah.
Seeing it as separate.
Yes. How can I feel or be that absolute consciousness where there is no change? In Maya, everything changes. In Maya, it is a matter. Matter appears to be consciousness because of the consciousness behind. Whereas Brahman is all the time consciousness. It does not depend on anything. No secondary thing is need to support. But Maya needs a support. Prakriti needs a support. The pot and pan needs the support of the heat. But heat does not depend on whether you put a pot or there is a flame only or you put a piece of wood. Its function is to burn. That will it continue. It is that intrinsic quality. That consciousness is the quality of Brahman. So 26th verse is translated like this, that when she, means Maya, when she appropriates everything and remains indifferent, she is called the primordial soul. No, we have not come here. We are reading what? Which verse we read? 26 we read. Mayakam bhavasamyuktam. Now what I guess? 26. Pradhanam atmasat kitva. No, we have not read that.
You did 26, we just chanted right now.
26 did we chant?
Yeah.
Pradhanam atmasat kitva. That is the verse 26.
Yeah.
Let us read that. Word by word meaning I read. The running meaning I am going to that. 26. So what is the 26th verse where it is chanted means? When she appropriates everything and remains indifferent, she is called the primordial source, Pradhan. This Maya, when she appropriates everything, yet it remains indifferent, she is called primordial. Pradhanam atmasat kritva sarvang tishtet udasini. She remains udasin. Udasin means indifferent. Things are happening. He is not affected by that. when that appropriates everything, remains indifferent, she is called the primordial source, that is called the pradhana. As she is destroyed by knowledge, vidyanasya, avidya or is destroyed by vidya. Darkness is destroyed by light. So ignorance is destroyed by knowledge. So as she is destroyed by knowledge, vidya, that's why she is called ignorance. Destroyed by knowledge, that's why it is called ignorance. Knowledge, opposite is ignorance. So, because it is only destroyed by knowledge, that way it is called the ignorance. Likewise, she is called the power of Brahman as she rests on Brahman. So, these are the two ideas. Pradhanam, what is pradhanam? When she appropriates everything, he does everything in the Maya, changing and transforming one to the other, to the other, to the other, but remains indifferent. Without doing the change, yet she remains indifferent. That's why I call primordial source or pradhan. She functions as pradhan. Pradhana, prakriti. Prakriti, pradhana. Or purusha pradhana, a pradhana and purusha and prakriti, purusha and pradhana. The same idea. Another name of prakriti is pradhana. As this, she is destroyed by knowledge, vidya. That's why she is called ignorance, avidya. Likewise, she is called the power of Brahman, Brahma Shakti, as she is resting on Brahman. Cosmic level, she is resting on Brahman. That's why called Brahma Shakti. And when it appropriates everything and remains indifferent, that means identifying with the consciousness, then that is called the primordial course, or that is called the pradhana. Pradhana means a state when it is not manifested. Pradhana is the seed state, and that manifests into the gross causal level, in the subtle level, and this gross level. This is all manifestation down. Ego, intellect, we cannot cast them, it is very fine. But it all sucked into that pradhana and then manifests itself in the world. Bina chaitannamannatra, bina chaitannamannatra, no deti na chatishtati, no deti na chatishtati. Ataiva Brahma Shaktihi, Ataiva Brahma Shaktihi, iti ahur Brahmavadinaha, iti ahur Brahmavadinaha. Bina Chaitanyam annatra naudati nachatishtati. If there is no consciousness, Bina Chaitanyam, Chaitanyam is consciousness. If there is no consciousness, Bina Chaitanyam, no uditi, this Maya does not come. If there is no consciousness, there is no question of Maya.
Sorry.
Eh?
I got you here. I'm sorry.
Now, without the consciousness, without the ocean, there cannot come any ripple or wave. So the consciousness is there, that's why Maya is seen. Because it's the power of Brahman. That's why he says, 27, that it is Bina Chaitanyam Annatra Naudeti and Nachatishtati. It cannot rise, this Maya cannot stay, cannot play. Therefore, Brahma Shakti Riti Ahu. That's why Maya is called the Shakti of Brahman by Brahmavadinaha. Brahmavadina means those people who are realized Brahman and then tells us about Brahman. Not ordinary people, but people of realization of Brahman, they relate to us. So what are you getting? We are getting back to the same argument again. That Bina Chaitanyam, without consciousness, without the ocean, there cannot be no udeti, no tishtati. In the ocean, There is no ocean. Here is no ocean. Can there be any ripple and wave and foam and big wave, small wave? Is possible? No, because there is no ocean. Ocean can remain without foam, wave, ripple, etc. But ocean must be there first. Then comes all this. So Maya is functioning on the ground of the ocean of consciousness. So, Vina Chaitanyam, without Chaitanya, without consciousness, Annatro, in another place, Naudeti Nachatishtiti. Maya does not spring up, cannot dance. Then this whole world drama is going on. You have to understand there's an ocean of consciousness behind. And on that, the drama of stars and galaxies and planets and humans and subhumans and ocean and rocks and mountains, whatever we see, are all dancing in that because of that foundational thing, the consciousness. Ataevo, that's why the realized souls, Brahmavadinaha, those who have realized Brahman and speak about Brahman, Brahma Gyanis, what they say? Brahma Shakti iti ahu. They say this is the Shakti of Brahman. That's why Maya is defined as Brahma Shakti. 27th verse. So running translation. Maya can neither arise nor remain in any place other than in consciousness. Therefore, knowers of Brahman declare her to be the power of Brahman. Huh? Brahma Shakti alone. I think it is easy. Okay. Is there any problem here? Anyone? All understood?
No, yes, question.
What?
So,
I cannot see.
sorry, Maharaj.
Ah.
So previously you said that the knowledge is what destroys ignorance, and everything that we are seeing is Maya. So what is that knowledge that will remove
Knowledge of the consciousness, knowledge of the Brahman.
that this is Brahman?
Yeah.
That itself?
No, the ocean is Brahman, and the ripple, first you say it is Maya. But when you know the knowledge of Brahman, then you know it is made of the same waves and ripples are made of ocean water only.
But I only see matter. And
I
it
am
changes.
seeing in the ignorant state. That's why when I get to knowledge is what? That is Maya is Brahma Shakti. That is the knowledge will dawn in our
Power of Brahman
power
is this.
of Brahman. This is nothing but power of Brahman.
Everything is the power. Of
Movement of Brahman in this name and form. So that is the knowledge when it will come. Then there will be all confusion will go. What you see, you are standing on Brahman, you are eating in Brahman. That's a Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagno, Brahmanahutam. Why do we say all these things?
We are hearing Brahman, we are speaking Brahman.
Everything is Brahman. There is nothing but Brahman.
Misunderstanding is
Even
Brahman.
the hand is Brahman, misunderstanding is Brahman, understanding is Brahman. But that is a state when you really see
Really
Brahman
see.
everywhere. I am seeing in the ignorant state, and for me, good is good, bad is bad, hot is hot, cold is cold. I have all duality. I cannot say that. But I will have to hammer on my mind. I am seeing wrong. But it is all Brahman. It is all Brahman. It is all Brahman. Oneness will come there.
So this is a question about calling it ignorance. Okay, in the individual's mind, yeah, there's ignorance. But for the cosmic mind, Ishwara is never ignorant of itself.
Yeah.
Right? So why do they call the cosmic thing ignorance?
Cosmic ignorance, you say, because it is for our understanding.
Yeah.
My ignorance
But
is
I don't
called,
know why would they call it
no,
ignorance.
they call it ignorance because, yes, he has created this to create duality. The duality is ignorance. But he is not under the power
He's
of
not
it.
under that.
Under the power.
No.
But he is the power to create also. So though he creates,
okay, so it's creating ignorance.
creating. When you create, this duality is coming. So we will say that he
Okay.
is creation, it is duality is come. Whenever duality comes, it is not that absolute. But when a duality comes, it is his power. Being in duality, he retains his individuality, absoluteness. He has the power to do, he can withdraw that power. That is it. And therefore, 27 verse, then we read it. It says that Maya can neither arise nor remain in any place other than in consciousness. Therefore, the knowers of Brahman declare her, means the Maya, to be the power of Brahman. 28 verse, and then we stop. Shakti Tattang Prabhakshami Tattvang Prabhakshami Srinusha Tat Samahitaha Srinusha Tat Samahitaha Brahmanas Chijjarair Vedat Brahmanas Chit Jarair Vedat Dve Swakti Parikirtite Dve Shakti Parikirtite. Now he says, now Arjuna, I'll tell you Shakti Tattam Prabhaksha. I will tell you the philosophy of Shakti. Srinusha, listen, Tat, that, Samahita, means very perfectly poised, calm and serene. Grasp it. It is a subtle subject I am going to tell you. So Arjuna, Shakti Tattan Pravakshami, I am going to tell you the principle of the power, Shakti, by which this whole universe has come. Brahma Shakti, this power of Brahman. Thakur said in the Gospel, Brahma and his power, Brahma Shakti. That I am going to tell you, Srinusha. But it is not, casual hearing will not do. Srinusha tat samahito. With your one-pointed mind, now listen. Not hear, but listen. Listen means pay attention. What is that? Brahmana chit jarair vedat. Brahmana, Brahman, it's two power is there, chit and jara. Consciousness and jara means the matter. As it were, Brahman has two powers. One is the consciousness side, another is jara. Hare, Brahman is all conscious, you are saying jara? Jara because I am in jara. So you will have to explain. Says in the matter. So Brahmanaschi Jara Vedat, De Shakti. There are two types of power, Parikirtita. It has been proclaimed, it has been sung by the sages that there are Brahmanas two Shakti. And one is the consciousness, another is the matter. Ramakrishna said, what? Vidya Shakti, Avidya Shakti. Here, two Shakti, but here they are saying Brahman has two Shakti. One is the consciousness aspect, another is the Jara aspect. Because in the Maya, therefore, what is Jara? That is dependent on consciousness. And what is consciousness? It is independent of anything it can retain. So that is the verse number 28. Let me read out here the translation. I shall describe the power principle, Shakti Tattva, to you. Listen to that with steadfast mind. Due to the difference between consciousness and matter, two powers, the power of consciousness and the power of inertness of Brahman are proclaimed. Here, power of Shakti and Jara means matter. Matter is better explained, the inertness. It does not want to move. When you put consciousness behind, it starts moving. So that's why it is another way of matter is explained as inertness. So two Shakti here, to different points of consciousness of matter, is the power of consciousness and power of inertness. Inertness means which does not move, it is dull, it is a matter, it is subject to change, it has no freedom of its own, that is called the matter. So these are the two powers of Brahman. Let us.
It's a way that you are saying that consciousness has two manifestations. one is the Jara, another is not.
Maybe that will be a good idea.
Same way, knowledge has also two aspects. One is para, another is apara.
Apara.
The
Right.
apara one is changing, the secular one,
Yeah.
and Brahman is going.
True. Opera Vidya is that all the science, technology, minus Brahma Jnana, everything is opera. Everything is changing, everything is subject to, say, today's science, tomorrow it will change. Today we say science is, yes, gone up to this part. But tomorrow someone will bring some new revelation will come in his mind, so it is changed. But Brahma Jnana, no change. As has been experienced by the sages in the thousands and thousands of years in the caves and forests. And now today also, as Buddha have realized, today also same. That's why it's called the changeless, and that's called the changeful.
That's aparoksha.
Or
Aparoksha.
aparaksha is the experience, yeah. When you go to the aparaksha means you see, experience it just direct.
It is directly.
Direct. Directly means without the help of your eyes, ears, senses, mind. No tools are there. Direct means minus any media. Now I am seeing you. I have my eyes, I have my nervous system, I have my brain, I have my connection with the mind, and then connection with my intelligence, and connection with my ego. So all these are so many factors. So it comes a distorted image is coming. But when one becomes bereft of all this, then you see the Brahman and Brahman. There is no Brahman, even no difference, no gap. It is Brahman alone everywhere. Avidya Sukti makes it this division. Okay, so we end here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Paramastu. So tomorrow we'll have our gospel class, but we'll spend some few moments on this QA. If there is, I think that so many things are written here.
Sir, I wrote the verses.
Oh, acha. Okay. Oh, it is not given there? No question. Is it so? Then it's good.
No question.
No question. Say something. Oh, to, yeah, here somebody says, say something. Okay?
Then one question came, sorry.
Oh, what that question?
What is the difference between Brahman and Para Brahman? Are they the same?
Mhm. Yeah, Brahman and Parabrahman are used in different places. Para means supreme and Brahman is Brahman. So to define Brahman as para or apara, apara means not primary, no?
Not what?
Not primary.
Primary.
Or para means this ultimate. But Brahman, in the case of Brahman, ultimate, non-ultimate, these words
It
don't
doesn't
make any
matter,
sense.
no.
Brahman is Brahman. But in some places, they say Parabrahma,
Parashakti.
Parashakti, etc. to, in a context, to put a idea Brahman is supreme. Para means Sreshta, highest, super. So that's why they use it, the term. But I don't think there is any distinction between Parabrahma or Brahman. Brahman is Brahman. If you say Parabrahma, it does not add anything. Like, you respect someone in Hindu culture, they say, Sri. Srimat 108. So it does not mean anything. No. Name is name. That is the person. You are glorifying Sri, 1 Sri, 2 Sri, 5 Sri, 10 Srimat, holiness, high, His Highness, holiness. And thus you can add more and more things, but you mean that holy person, whatever you are meaning. So Brahman is such a word we use somewhere to make it understand, to make it much clear. to that it is the supreme truth. The truth. If you say truth, then why do you say supreme truth? Because we don't understand. We make a mess.
Yeah.
If we say truth, then we think, oh, is it what type of truth? So the supreme truth, unchanging truth. Unchanging truth. Truth means unchanging.
Yeah.
Why do you say unchanging? It's extra words you are using because we don't understand that. And if someone, gurus or our scriptures say that, though we hear, but it does not register in our mind that it is meant something higher. So that's why this language, words are always just to express some greater idea. And people use it in different places, particularly the sages, for our benefit, to make it more clear. Now look at that, what book we are reading. What is the newness? It is the name of the book is new. But we have read this exactly these ideas in other books also. We have read with Swami Sarvapriyananda, Aparakshanabhuti, then what? Many other Dogdrik Drishyavivek, etc. The truth is the same.
Knowledge.
Yeah, it is the supreme truth is the same thing. Only in so many ways they want to captivate our mind so that we can grasp the object rightly. That's it.
Swami, can you say Brahman in a word? Because Para Brahman, the words. Can you say what Brahman is in a word?
Now Brahman is Brahman. Brahman is Satchidananda. And if you understand Saguna Brahma, sometimes Brahman is used as Saguna Brahma. That's why in that reference, Parabrahma is understanding as the Nirguna Brahma. Normally Brahma can be Saguna. Ishvara. Ishvara concept is the Saguna Brahma. Because Brahman is form, no limitation. It is all the nature of consciousness. But at the same time, Guna, when we attribute Guna, God is kind, we say that's the Saguna Brahma. When we I pray to God, Christians, the Muslims, the Judaic religion, when they pray Allah, Ishwar, or whatever they say, it is a vast expanse of infinity. But it has this quality of guna, saguna.
But could you say Saguna Brahma for like just the whole manifestation?
Now, Saguna Brahma is the first manifestation of Brahma. Nirguna to Saguna, one step down, with the help of Maya. That Maya
Saguna
Sakti.
with forms, right?
Saguna means guna, with qualities. Qualities.
Would that be the whole manifestation?
Brahman with the three qualities.
And
That's just something.
if everything is Brahman, when we desire sense objects, all is Brahman. But that is clearly not the case. For example, a beautiful sunset is Brahman, but wealth, etc. is not. How do we differentiate? And this is the question. If everything is Brahman, when we desire sense objects, that is also Brahman. But that is clearly not the case. A beautiful sunset is a Brahman. But wealth, etc., when to accumulate, they are not same. True, you are correct. That's why everything is Brahman, is the ultimate truth. One who reaches the flight of understanding, perfect understanding, he sees coming from that experience, sees Brahman everywhere. For him, sunset is as beautiful as the ugly thing in the world. There is no two, because he has had the experience of oneness. But we live in the duality. For us, though we say it is everything is Brahman, but my mind does not understand that. It is only lip service. My lip is talking this thing. It is called lip service. But I am to go from which is ugly to good, good to best, and best to beyond. So therefore, for us, yes, lust, greed, and all these things, lower category of truth. and then love, affection, sacrifice, giving something to the good of others. These are another level. It is higher truth. And beyond that, as Ramakrishna said, if God comes, you will ask for school, hospital, help, rehab center, this, that, you will ask for that. No, you will say God. So this is another level. So that's why Swamiji's definition is very good. We travel from lower truth to higher truth, and reach ultimately the highest. So we'll have to do that. Because we are in ignorance, because we are in Maya, for us it is true. We will have to handle that and see that way. That it is, yes, Maya, Brahman is there, lust is bad, love, selfless love is better, charity is good than hoarding. Yes, these are qualities we'll have to adopt gradually. And that is the way we step up, one step up, one step up, one step up, one step up. And when you go, all this duality vanish. Then when you come down, Ramakrishna said everything is made of the same element as the roof is made. And the stairs are also made of the same ingredients. Everything is Satchidananda. That will be the state ultimately. Okay? So, but we are here, so we'll have to understand our condition and gradually, step by step, go on. Okay? Achha. Done? Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Ji ki Jai. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. See you tomorrow again. Sarvadevananda will, I will give, no? Gospel tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow I will be here for gospel again. Jai Ma. Thank you. Today we celebrated Shiva Maharaj's memorial, and it's wonderful. Everyone was overwhelmed with the experience.
It's on YouTube. People can watch it.
It's on YouTube.
You can all can see everything is there in the YouTube. A beautiful program, about 2 hours. No, yeah, 10:30 to 12:30. 12:30, almost 2 hours program. Many interfaith people came and they spoke. Some keyboard center, then also some Christian denomination, from Buddhist denomination. Wonderful and harmony. He was a person of Parliament of Religions person. Always, we are one, we are one, we are one. With that truth. He say, that was his heart. Oneness, oneness, oneness. In the sun, in the moon, in the
Rainbow.
yeah. Wonderful. Yes, he was really liaison between the world of diverse fragmentation to the idea of unity, oneness. Wonderful. And Ramakrishna stands for that, harmony. Bringing together. Did not dissension. Swamiji Vivekananda, Parliament of Religion says, not dissension. No dissension, but acceptance. Embrace everyone. Everyone is in the path of the Lord, going according to their own tendencies. And that was the way he used to go and mix with everyone. And really, really, it was wonderful. Anyhow, we miss him and we don't miss him also. Miss him in this sense that he was sitting there meditating every day, three times.
3 times.
Yeah, with anyhow, how much he loved people and their suffering and in their difficulties. That is called spiritual life. We were reading this morning now, Swami Bhuteshanandaji is saying that you have your vision and experience. Is it right or wrong? You are seeing, that's good. You are seeing something, you saw some experience of vision and experience. But has your life been transformed? And that is manifesting as love and blessings to others, sacrifice for others. This is the sign of your spirituality. Then you know that your vision is meaningful. Other meaning is you see something that's okay. What it matters. Neither it changed your life, it should change your life, and that will express in the world as love, affection. We cannot forget someone. If someone has, if that person maybe have behaved with me for 20 years. One day something has happened, I remember that incident. What is my spiritual growth? Who am I? What type of God meditation and prayer is that? Huh? And now Holy Mother said, huh? I remember everyone by a little thing if they have done any point of time for me, a little something. I remember with that good quality. And we remember with that entire thing goes, that big as that big. All are gone. All the generosity, all the love, all the affection, all the dedication is gone one day. So that is not spiritual growth. That's why we are stunted our spiritual growth. Spiritual growth means manifestation. He goes out of the way, no? Our Swami Shahananda Maharaj was here. He used to go out of the way to help people. Sometimes at the cost of us, our really little discontent. Bringing someone, always let him stay. Are his stay is creating trouble for all. No, let it be, let it be. So that's the heart. So anyhow, some may say it is bad administration. In administration is not our purpose of life. Administration is only a simple thing because we are put into that. But developing our spirit, developing our heart for all. But balance is good because we are also to understand how much we can do, how much we cannot do. But he used to go out of the way. So, Shiva Maharaj used to go out of the way all the time. Jai Ma, thank you. Jai. Now you can see.